inviting a lot of challenge to the teams in the area. This has already cost them one bi-weekly final. Hopefully it doesn't cost them a second.
Yeah, it could be a rough one, but we're actually over by the rifts right now. Ruins is ZDI getting himself absolutely melted by Han. Is going to drop back down. Scale Rush is up to a bit of safety, but is being just completely bullied, unable to move. Gets a beautiful parry off of the Han, actually. It makes a bit of a turnaround. 2-tick backing him up. ZDI coming in for the Scale Rush. Interrupted off the wall, though, so not going to be able to get too much off that one. Comes in for that Scale Rush. Does get himself the kill. Kexler wants to secure it. JDG, ZDI buying so much time for his team, gets an armor swap into the Grey as well, so he is out of the real danger zone, looking for Han and a potential kill and finish up onto him, but Revenge has joined an alliance, have actually made an appearance here in this one as a beautiful third party is coming through, and now Alliance Bow secures one onto Han, taking that one. ZDI goes down. Alliance, just really, really well done on that third party, coming in and taking the 2 kills. Is DRG getting himself in a scrap with Wolves, and that's over before it even starts.
Yeah, they tried to grief Wolves, but they did actually, DRG managed to get the first pick onto Wolves, but Wolves were able to turn around. Like I said, this is a composition that anticipates being griefed on by those Viper teams. They are going to be going up against Gianna, who's on the exact same composition as well. VVV comes in with the Ep.4, finds a huge opener onto Wolves XEM, immediately forces the light tap to rotate away with that Ep.4. Matari ultimate comes into the mix. VVV now trying to find the kill against ZK. Fan is incredibly good as well, being able to counter that Matari ultimate with how far it cleaves and how fast it comes on through. XEM, however, had the rage generated after the fight that they'd taken against DRG. And unfortunately for JL, they were coming in without that Zai ultimate. And as a result, Wolves will be able to survive the third party and put themselves into first place on the leaderboard. They're already up to 5 kills. They are so close to passing that 74 checkpoint, and we haven't even seen the first Realm of Yang come through. This is the gamble, unfortunately, that is attached with going for these teams that are ahead in terms of the leaderboard. If you unfortunately lose the fight, you give kills away to a team that's already ahead in terms of the leaderboard and only allow them to start widening the distance between themselves and everyone else in the lobby. OUG, by the way, also incredibly quiet at the moment, as JL's TXJ is probably trying to kite Wolves towards Salvation Podium in the hopes of running into a team that wanted to drop land and grief OUG. As TXJ has been able on that Matari to break away for the most part. They are running the double blink variant of the Matari.
Oh, hello.
The R&B on the Halberds. Unfortunately, however, the health is just not enough to be able to stand up to when Wolves XEM is able to come in with that dagger, even getting a little bit of zip sustain just in case the 1v1 went safe.
Yeah, nuts. Now almost there. Almost there for the side of Wolves. They're going to be very happy with this start. 6 kills under the belt. Like you said, JL and OUG actually going quiet. JL have gone down, actually. They are all on rebirth right now, so...
Yeah, they tried to third party Wolves instead of tank.
Yeah. Do you know what? I saw it happen. Didn't even register it in my brain. That was just like a full like glassy-eyed moment where I was just staring at my screen, smiling.
Well,
like, yeah,
something
Naraka.
to register is OUG were able to solve puzzle. They got themselves a legendary staff, and crucially, they did it fast enough that KLA were not able to push onto them. So they have since repositioned over to Vineyard.
So that is a lovely one there for OUG. While they might not have any kills, gear-wise, off to a pretty solid start. And that means that Realm of Yang, it's scary. Going up into a Realm of Yang where the team are rocking, you know, the Transformer with the golden weapon could be really, really nasty to go into a fight versus. So keep our eyes on that. Let's see how this breaks out for them for the moment. Is JL, obviously no revives, and actually TXJ has only just come back. This could be bad for them. VVV immediately getting himself caught out, needs to break out on the urn, hasn't actually touched it yet, so is going to find himself getting caught out. Water's going to immediately follow up with the stun onto him. He's locked, he's stunned. VVV has spent most of his ultimate standing still. Corki opening up on the VVV. He is going to catch another tether coming in. VVV just doesn't get to move. Down he goes. Beautifully juggled, and JL, 2 players down.
That was 11 seconds of CC.
That was gruesome.
That was 11 seconds of CC. They saw that Zai and they were like, you pop that ultimate, you're not going to get to throw a single chainsaw. They're checking the purple bushes too. They don't check the one that one thing is in. But I do believe FX are going to be camping the area until they see their body just like fully bleed out. Because they know that JL has one player still in the area and they could potentially make a play to try and revive their teammates. That's really unfortunate for JL because they're on 67.9 points. Jake, if they go out of here, they have to go another game before hitting that 74 marker. And Wolves, with 6 kills already, might hit the 74 mark and be on match point eligibility heading into game number 5. That is not what JL wants to see occur. As over towards Jin's armory, we see JDG just circling around JJH, whether or not they want to take this fight. DDI going to be coming aerial with the Skywalking on that pole sword into the Viper V1. No, into the F2. The silence landing onto JJH's 2 Louis. And immediately they've isolated down this target. The pole sword Stoneform actually buying enough time for the reinforcements from the rest of the team to rally, mobilize, and try and peel. Tester ultimate comes on through. ZDI losing a whole bunch of his armor, having to reposition and get a part of that healed up. Dips back to his Wu-Chen, gets a little bit of reposition as well, and revival on the shield from that Wu-Chen wind wall. Teleport gets called into place. The Farrier V3 starts to land once the Yoda ultimate is gone. As unfortunately, it didn't take them very far. JJH's 2 Louis still inside that Farrier mech and still putting pressure onto JDG. However, they do, I believe, have one other Tessa ult to be able to throw in, as well as that Viper V1 that they've been holding on to, and they're going to immediately push back in the second those ultimates have been removed from the cannonball composition. You can see ZDI wanting to try and find this isolation onto the Yoda, get that silence to stop the F from being able to peel when the Viper stun comes on through. There's the F forced early on out. There's the silence. Finds the connection onto Godly. The Yoshan, however, saved his ultimate for the rubber band when the team came back through once the cannonball composition was denied 2 of their ults. And as a result, yes, they lose Godly, but they're still able to clear a lot of space, potentially for their ferrets to maybe turn this around, but no. Unfortunately, Flames isn't able to find the spear stack as JDG take out 1, take out 2, and then it's just clean up on the lone Yushan, who will be able to find a lot of spear connections onto the 2 players of JDG who stacked up, but it is not enough. They lose the fight to just JDG getting to sit on ultimates, and crucially as well, they didn't even need to use the Viper V1.
No, they didn't at all. Really, really nice, actually, coming in off the back of that. We are cutting over to the end of one thing, unfortunately. JL eliminated. So already, they're now having to look for game 5 as their opportunity to get to that match point. So Wolves and OUG a little bit closer towards getting to that spot. And I mean, a big game from Battle or GG would also do it, but I mean, with the start Wolves have already had, it's going to be hard to have a big game along as the same time as Wolves. Alliance, I just had a quick look at them on the scoreboard, all the way down at the bottom. They've had a very hit or miss day as they're jumping into the realm of Yang, so they're hoping to make this one hit. We'll see if it works out for them. OUG not going to follow through. OUG actually playing this a little bit safer, knowing that they are within reaching distance of making it into that realm of, into that match point for the next game. It's going to be Alliance versus KLA inside this realm of Yang. And QGG already got 2 legendary Soul Jades. That is really big. That is, I don't know what they are, mind you, because I can't read Chinese, but that is really big that they picked those ones up. QGG gets up aerial right now. He's just trying to catch out onto the others, waiting for an opportunity to come down with a drop. Is now going to pop himself the F. He has that charged up and ready to throw down if given the opportunity. Basic playing around the edge of that sandstorm. Lane just getting some damage off on to QGG. Still got the ultimate, waiting for the opportunity to throw that one down. There's going to be the pop on that one. Immediately gets himself propped back though as the Fear and Shove comes in onto him, and QGG going low HP. Alliance actually starting to get a bit of pressure built up here, but that Karumi ultimate giving a full armor reset onto QGG is absolutely huge. Lane going to get some resetting dealt onto himself. They've got the Zip on the other side, so they don't have that full armor reset with the side of KLA have to work with. And we are just watching the perspective of this Takeda, not really able to do too much with his ultimate, waiting for an opportunity to get that opening as CXZ being chased and harassed down here by Alliance. Over the shoulder, QGG goes as Bo's able to get in and open up onto him with that pulse sword. Does a fair amount of damage to fans, buying some space for QGG, but he's getting juggled back. The Zip healings are coming in. The parry lands onto QGG as he's going low HP, trying to back off and just find himself a healing opportunity. Has to be careful though, because Bo with the pulse sword is getting him incredibly low. Down he goes. Bo now turning onto Cuckoo, and Alliance take the realm of Yang.
Zip overall sustain wins it out in the end, but crucially, Jake, did you see that banner just proc up? Wolves also managed to pick up a Realm of Yang and a Vermilion Bird's Might. That's going to be 3 extra kills on the board for Wolves. I'm not sure if that qualifies them past 74, but they're definitely going to be incredibly close to it. And now they're going to start hunting. XEM, legendary dual halberds to be able to scale up that size damage. GG, unfortunately for them. I was wondering if we were going to see them take a Realm of Yang with the Transformer composition. Looks like they lost it. They'll have their ultimates up for this fight against Batter inside Imperial. CJS managing to find the uppercut into RMB. Unfortunately not able to find the kill. F1 now being invested. Monk transformation going to come through. Bowder immediately going to split away. Bowder did win their Realm of Yang. This is actually potentially a rematch of GG against Bowder. And as a result, CJS is going to lose a lot of his ultimate duration. He has to cancel it and go straight after Powder, who just managed to make so much distance between themselves and the Monk that no grabs were available. And now with the re-engagement coming through, Powder held on to their ultimates. They've still got the Zip, they've still got the Zai. There's the F3. Surely we're going to see the V2 follow through in a moment. They don't even need it. The parry comes through. We're going to have the Kurumi trying to keep everyone healed up. The Zai uses the F3, gets the reposition to try and just push away from being isolated. The ultimate does start to come into play now as the Zai is trying to use the golden frame focus, but remember, Zai does not get damage reduction on her golden frame, and you can see her health bar is absolutely tanking as the Kurumi gives the tether. Peripheral making sure that GG can keep hounding the Zai, not allowing Yuran to set into the golden frames and use the fire tick to connect onto GG. 1-2 uppercut confirm off of the hang sword onto that Zai. Barrett's Yuran incredibly low now, turning on to free. Oh, since the tether has been removed, the Kurumi suddenly out of position without the tether to be able to teleport back to the rest of the team. Huge interruption from the charged RMB on that fan, allowed Free to reposition. Massive fuel coming through from CJS. Unfortunately, it means that he trades his life. His Kurumi lives, but the TN high goes down as the third party comes on out. Barda's Peak will be able to live a little bit longer, but Wolves XEM finally finished them off before now turning on to the other players from GG who tried to run further away from Wolves.
Oh, what a third party from Wolves, and that is it. They are in to the points they need. So win or lose here. Next game, Wolves is on them to close out the day and get themselves that 5-game victory. But with OUG about to get knocked out, actually, this could be their only competition, potentially. OUG were able to cleanse their Ferrer. So they do have at least one person who is in the clear right now, but you about to go down. Golden weapon, purple armor. This is a kitted Yoto that just can't find anyone to take out.
Well, Wolves, they're going to be incredibly happy with how this game has been going. Playing this composition just perfectly. It's so good to be able to confirm kills. It's so good to being able to contest Rumble Fang. Wolves came in with a game plan for Game 4, and that was hit the cap. Hit the cap and make sure that you're the first team MVP eligible, and then look to grief these other teams. As we can have a look at the replay, this is how they won their Realm of Yang Kurumi. It was against actually GG. This is how GG lost theirs. XEM now getting that Zai ultimate connecting, just putting all of the cone damage connecting onto all of the players of GG who were wanting to try and stay inside the Kurumi ultimate and keep healed up. Gorgeous little armor relay drop comes through as well, so that XEM is able to get that purple armor upgrade and sit in his ultimate longer because he doesn't have to cancel out of the frame early because he's being hounded down or about to drop because of that damage reduction just lacking on the armor. As CGS is able to find one grab, but XEM with the F3 is able to find the reposition, stop getting the double grab, and the Monk ultimate is gone. Yushin F now burns, and that's going to be the swap over towards the pistol for Wolves to be able to claim the kill. Like I said, this is a team that's synergy I would say at the moment is one of the best in the league, and it's those tiny little micro plays where they do things like drop the purple armor for the Zai to use once the Zai's already burned the first set of purple in the ultimate, so you don't have to take downtime in your ultimate's duration, hiding behind a pillar, getting the armor reset, and then coming back in. It's a really good adjustment to the fact that you're probably not going to have group heal since it's a purple Soul Jade, and that's a lot of the time what these players have been relying on, that quote-unquote support player playing far back and allowing the heal to attach onto all of the players, and the hyper carry still getting to play super aggressive.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing to note is I absolutely love how good this Zai is into the Monk as well, because it's so hard to dodge the slams of the F coming in from the Zai. Really, really nice stuff. Anyway, cutting over to this fight, it's Alliance taking on Wolves here. Wolves already opening up with their first F. They do have that second one back as the ultimate gets popped. Coming in for the slam down. Does miss out on that one, but Lane, very low HP. Bo getting caught out by the scythes though, losing so much HP. There's another F up and down he goes. Lane, it falls. Lane crumbles. Bo is getting shredded by the chains from Zen. He whips them back, coming trying to get a bit more damage, trying to get that pullback as Bo charging forwards. Wolves, they still have all of their members healthy right now. Zem finally loses his armor, but he is still feeling pretty comfortable. He's going to be able to get that reset off. Bo's keeping the pressure up, and Zem's actually starting to go a little bit low here. They almost find the turnaround onto him, but here comes the F. It's up. The slam down from Zem, and he secures another one. Wolves are running away with this game 4. They are in position to take it all next game, and they are just dotting the I's, crossing the T's right now. Beautiful play by Wolves. Absolutely honestly, phenomenal game 4.
I would say that Siphon at the moment is probably one of the strongest compositions, right? Because a lot of 100%. What Sand Siphon relies on with the Tumult is being able to use the Temi ultimate to either provide the safe space necessary for a reset point, or to isolate some of these targets and lock them down for the group to be able to tread through. Zai ignores all of that entirely, because Zai ultimate, even though it has range, it goes through the Tumult ultimate. It's still counted as a melee weapon. It's the same rule as the fan. Charged RMB and LMB, right? That ignores the quote-unquote projectile block parameters of the Tumult ultimate. Even though it has range, it still connects onto players on the other side of the wall. And as a result, you counter a huge portion of how Sand Siphon sustains and finds the power to be able to win out these realm of Yanks, but also with the Meta. Ooh, hello. The literal ambush comes in. It's OUG. Nat 20 on the stealth. Unfortunately for GG, Nat 1 on the perception check. You have no idea that that team is there. Off they vanish into one of the rifts to be able to reposition and dodge away. Good use of the bell as well. They ring it before OUG are going to be able to use the information grab. Unfortunately, GG's 3-3-0 does go down. Burn the Karumi ultimate just to buy time for LXM to get far enough away. And because 3-3-0 rang the bell before the other team could, they don't know whether Yushan's going to be playing from. Unfortunately for GG, however, they're on a quite limited timer as the Karumi is about to bleed out, and the Yushan is also taking full corruption tick damage currently.
Wolves using this Mystic Might just to play aggressive onto DRG, the team who it started with, dropping onto the Tang with them, and they're looking to put that final nail in that coffin. Zem is actually breaking away, is going to get caught out by Zai, but EG covers Zai to make sure he's okay. In the meanwhile, LXM goes down, GG are eliminated, but JDG coming in with the third party. The lockdown comes in onto WFZ. They look to take this kill away. It looks like Wolves quite happy to just give this kill up, and to be honest, Wolves are playing with nothing to lose right now. Like, the MVP is nice because, you know, it's just another kind of like another like badge of recovered.
They're on 3 kills now on 71 points.
Yeah, they were able to get rebuff charms off. They picked it up, but Wolves' main game right now is play denial. If they can take OUG out, they are the only team going in. But then there's the world of like, maybe do they want that not to be the case? Do they want to be able to be the only team who's going to get basically harassed by the whole lobby? If OUG qualify with them, they've only got to worry about OUG next game.
Yeah, especially because like OUG are much easier to read in terms of where they land.
Yeah.
Wolves like City of Tang, but everyone knows that OUG adore Salvation Podium. They are gonna lose EG, and that might actually be the end
They're out
of Wolves. Yeah, that is. They fought inside the zone. as they know, right? They racked up so many kills. They know how close they were to 74. Like I said, this was job done. They did not come into Game 4 to win it. They came in to hit the 74 point. Because even if you hit 74 and get MVP in the game that you hit 74, it still does not count. It still does not end the day early. They'll be able to conserve energy as well, which is honestly, in my opinion, a very smart play. These bi-weekly finals, they can go for so long, 8 games in a row. It is much better to give yourself a little bit of a break and be able to conserve your resources, especially with how much momentum Wolves have been picking up.
OUG is so close.
OUG on a knife's edge. 72.9. So they lose the Yoto though. Alliance might be able to deny OUG from hitting the cap. As Jinyu is going to be dropping out of this ultimate any second now. His health bar is so low. Yu is about to bleed out. He takes corruption tick damage. He takes the full hit of the charged vertical on the halberds. And that's going to be Jinyu going down. It is just OUG's Farrier who's going to be able to try and live and play for placement points. As this third party coming on through has actually saved OUG's skin. That's 73.3 points because they outlived another team. Now they just have to outlive one more before being spotted, and it might be TE. TE coming in, Han with that Viper V1. Everyone going to break away, break line of sight before immediately pushing back in on the Viper now that the ultimate has been denied. That's another kill taken away from TE. Just 2 players remaining from that team. If OUG's last remaining player can outlive TE, then OUG will be able to qualify to 74.
It's so close for them. Leo playing evasion. JJH's Flames is chasing him around the rocks. Leo making like a squirrel and scurrying up a tree to break away, using every little bit of movement he can to break out away from this one. LYD losing a little bit of HP off in the distance. Have OUG got enough in the tank to survive this one? As actually KLA opening up on to Leo. Down he goes. One last player. OUG, they're gonna do it. That should be enough. With the multipliers, that should be enough now.
Yep, 73.8. we still have not got to the last 5 teams, Jake.
True. But I don't think it's the count for multipliers, I don't think. I'm pretty sure the multiplier.
Yeah, that's when the multiplier kicks in. OUG have to live a little bit longer. Good news for them, Spiritwell now spawns on up, and this might have the aggression needed to be able to knock one of these teams out of the lobby. JJH trying to control it. They've still got blue armor on one of their players. Ferromac immediately dropped for Flames with that legendary weapon, scaling up the damage. There's a Viper ultimate going off in the distance. FBX feeling cornered, dropping that one in. KLA's QGG actually getting hit by the full 5-second stun. Gorgeous Peel coming through from the smudge, drops the ultimate directly over his Takeda, so FBX aren't able to capitalize on the stun. None of the teams are actually able to capitalize on the stun because everyone would have been able to sit on that Takeda, swap to the range, and be able to melt through us. We can have a look and see what exactly OUG is going to do. This is SS just playing full survival. He's not playing Naraka right now, Jake. He is playing survival mode. Just putting himself into the zone, playing as far away from everyone as he possibly can.
That's actually honestly a really nice reposition there from SS. He just has to hope that no one sees him. He's going to get himself scurried away in a nice little corner. Everyone's up in the snowy area. He played that very well to get away. Really, really nice. We'll see whether or not they can keep themselves going. They are a Farrier as well, so they have that mech as a additional safety tool for survivability. They could even use it to steal away 1 kill. It's literally 0.2 points. Oh, no, SS.
Oh, not FPS, like this. I think Corky's about to spot him. No, they went over him.
They haven't seen him.
Yeah, because there's no purple bush. So this is actually a really smart adaptation that a lot of teams actually do in NBPL. Instead of hiding inside purple bushes, which, as you're going to see, like FX just checked one, to immediately highlight my point, what they'll do is they'll go into places that still provide a little bit of cover. So on Morris, one of the really big ones that everyone likes is using the haystacks. But on Holorov, with the amount of verticality and cliff faces, what players will actually do is they'll just plaster their character model as close into the cliff face as they possibly can. And a lot of the time, even if they're being actively chased by players, right? No one expects you to, when you're being chased by someone, immediately halt and just watch and hope that the player runs directly ahead of you and goes over your head because they don't spin the camera 180 and check to see if you're hiding around the rock face. And as a result, OUG's SS has been able to live through being spotted by FPX and now gets to put himself inside a purple bush that a lot of these teams are probably going to credit as already having been checked. There's no way! Says the glyphs must be stacked. KLA checked the purple bush. SS wasn't in.
No way.
And then Cuckoo goes into the other one.
Just getting away with absolute murder. He has been seen. He's been seen.
They didn't see him roll. There's no way they didn't see him.
No, he's gonna go down. This is so bad for him. Down he goes. 0.2 points off. I'm not sure if kill multipliers get applied in the game score, so there is a world where they might qualify. I don't know.
I don't think they do, Jake. I think that score done.
That's a yikers.
Oh, that is heartbreak. We've seen so many teams get really close. GG had a 73.4. I've never seen a 73.8. FPX will go down to Bowder's Uran coming in with that Zai V2. This is a salt in the wounds for OUG. The fact that literally the minute that their Farrier went down, Bowder almost immediately wipe out FPX. Yeah, there goes Yahoo. If their Farrier had just lived a little bit more. But unfortunately, he had to give his position away, otherwise he would have died to Corruption 6 damage. Regardless, Spirit Well now comes into play. JJH's Godly gets aggressive yet again with that Farrier V3, lands the shots onto KLA's QGG. Unfortunately, won't be able to contest Bowder, who have a repeating crossbow and Venom Tip attached to it. As you can see, poor Godly gets blocked from the shots. Bowder, in the meantime, absolutely free-firing off of the protection that the Spirit Well Dome provides for them. Peak as well. Blue Staff, the reason why he still got that staff is because he has Merciless Havoc attached to it. As Bowder are about to be absolutely stacked when it comes to Soul Jades, and they're already absolutely stacked when it comes to kills. Jake, they've hit the double digits. They're on 10. This game score might be enough if we go another game after 5 to catapult them into MVP eligibility.
They really could have done it. It depends on the performance this game. They could even get pretty close, as now Godly losing a lot of HP to Yoran. The invisibility makes it so hard to actually follow up onto Yoran, who still has the ultimate, comes in for the next slam down. Loads of damage onto Flames. He's getting low. Valra able to get Godly, Nobly kill there. Chain's coming in for another kill. Suddenly it's 12. Absolutely monster performance. They might just go for the 13 off the back of this one, because KLA on the run away. CXZ caught out by the chains. Remember, can pull them back using those chains there. On the Zai, breaking away. You can see Chuli now going to quickly get himself up into the sky in that mech and just spray down onto Peak, try and find some damage. But Bowder just control this final circle. Only 2 people contest them, and they're on separate teams, so they're not even working together. This is going to be rough for CXZ. Getting a beautiful parry, actually, off into Yoran. Yoran is able to pick up his hang sword, though, so keeps that pressure going. On to CXZ, who jumps into the zone, gets very low. The slam comes in. Bowder's Yoran secures that kill. The Farrier mech wears out, and this is going to be a beautiful end to the game here for the side of Bowder. A 14-kill game as well. Absolutely flawless. Getting just those last little bits done. Chili goes down. And we actually end the game with a minute left to spare as well.